much. We were here in this room, and the Texas Grassroots Tea Party and the conservative groups were in this room talking about a wide open border. It's still wide open today. And part of the main focus of what our remarks are going to be today is there is a great distance between what some of our elected officials are saying and what is actually the case. And frankly, that is dangerous for Texans, for the United States, and it's been really dangerous for law enforcement. My name is Joann Fleming. I'm the Executive Director for Grassroots America. We're a statewide organization, and we spend quite a bit of time in this Capitol. Dale Holt, who will be joining us in a few minutes, and myself, are the co-authors of the plan that we are releasing today. But we had a lot of help from many of the people in this room. We had input from activists, from state and local law enforcement officers, from current and former Border Patrol agents, from Texas border volunteers, from constitutional scholars, from investigative reporters, from public policy professionals, and a very few, very candid elected officials. Yesterday, a report came out that ICE has determined that there are more than 6,000 people in the United States on student visas that they have no idea where they are. They're not on the campuses where they were supposed to be. That story was just one more story in a long line of facts that we have referenced in this report that already demonstrates to any reasonable person that the state of Texas is in a state of imminent danger. Now, why do I use that phrase there, imminent danger? It is because our state officials actually do have the constitutional power to secure the Texas border with Mexico. They absolutely do. So let me define what we mean in this report by securing the border. It means that we want to encourage Mexico and the countries that are sending people here to come through the 29 legal ports of entry where you can legally come into the state of Texas. 29 legal ports. And we want to discourage coming in on rafts, jet skis, swimming, walking, leaping across, or any other way that you come illegally. And here's why. Because to Texas, the word illegal still means something. This country is spiraling out of control in the same pattern of European countries because we are abandoning something that is a fundamental principle of this nation and of an orderly society, and that is the rule of law. When you have elected officials who have willfully ignored the Constitution and use United States Border Patrol agents and law enforcement officers for political prompts, we have gone way too far. Many of us today, in fact, I think all of us, have actually been on the border. We actually have been there and we've seen it. We didn't ask law enforcement to escort us. It was not a dog and pony show for us. We went into the Laredo sector and into the Rio Grande Valley sector. And we went there for the purpose to see for ourselves It's the Rio Grande Valley sector, which has all the manpower in it, if that sector is secure. And it most assuredly is not. So I want to ask you today, as we all sit here, what is it about the threat of ISIS that makes this even more important? Because you see, we've already had state law enforcement telling us for quite some time that our state is being overrun by criminal elements. And today, the preponderance of our remarks will be focused toward the criminal elements that are coming over the border. Mary Hulse is going to present the issues of the modern day slavery, which is human trafficking. But our point here today is this: Texas needs to stop participating in the federal program of catch and release. The federal program of catch and release is what got Border Agent Vega murdered. And you see, Agent Vega was a real person. He was a real father to some very real children who are now fatherless. He was a very real person to a wife who is now a widow, and to some parents who no longer have a child. When is it going to be enough that our politicians stop playing with the issue and encourage legal immigration through legal channels, and to say no more to illegal immigration? Now, I'm going to yield to Dale Hull. Dale is with the Clear Lake Tea Party. He is a board member, and Dale is also a Texas Border volunteer. We're going to take turns, and we've all made this pact that if we forget something out of this, that when you all ask us some of your very smart questions, we're going to figure out how to cover the rest of the report in our answer. So thank you so much, David.